guys, welcome to the Teachers Click. My name's Heather Newmeyer. This channel is going to be about tips, about ideas, about lessons, about must-haves for teachers. I'm in no way expert, and I want to say that right off the bat. I have been in the classroom for 20 years. I know some stuff, but not everything. Don't claim to. But I'm here to learn from you, and hopefully you learn a little something from me. So anytime during the time you're watching this, go ahead and click subscribe, like the video, share it. That'd be great. But I'm starting out, so I'm trying to dig into this. So anytime you want to comment different things that you know that work, or maybe you tried something and it did not work in your classroom that I mentioned, or maybe I didn't mention one little aspect of it that you used, please leave that in there. We all learn from each other. Nothing's really new in teaching. We just recreate it. So there's no sense in us not sharing with each other. We're all in this together, and it's all about the kids. So let's see what we can do for the kids. And that leads me to the reason why I started the channel. I started this channel because teaching these days has gotten a little crazy. The whole education, everything is crazy right now. I get it. That doesn't mean we have to go crazy with it. So we need to be as equal across the playing field as far as our emotions, as far as what we purvey to the kids. This may be the only time they have something stable in their lives is at school. Maybe it's you. Maybe you're their teacher. You're their one person that they feel safe with to come talk to learn from. You're shaping this child's forever. We need to keep that in mind as teachers, that we are the reason some kids come back the next day. It's so easy for them, especially when they get older, just to not come back. So what can we do as teachers to help that? That's my reason behind the channel, and I hope along the way I learn a lot and you learn a lot. So let's get to our topic today. Today's first topic is going to be about making learning fun. Fun? It's school. School's not supposed to be fun. Yeah, it is. We're here together. Kids, me, the other teachers. They have to be here. I have to be here because I love it, but that's the point. But we're all here together. So why would we not have fun? As far as like our state standards and what we have to cover, we have that. We all have that sheet that tells us what we have to do. And that's great. Everybody needs a little guideline here or there. But how you get to the information, it's up to you. As long as you cover it and the kids have the idea of it, the possibilities are endless. No, that's not good. That's not good. You gotta do better. Now, I never want a student to say they hate school. That would be terrible. Now, I'm not gonna say that some kids don't not like school, because I know for a fact that some kids do not like school. It happens. Not everybody's gonna love it. But they don't like it yet. What can you do as a classroom teacher, aka king or queen of your classroom, to change that? Is there anything you can think of off the top of your head that you might say, this might be better if I do this, or I wonder if I do this that the kids would like it better, you know. What's in the brainstorm about that? We always have our kids brainstorm. Now I'm talking any level. If you grade level, if you think about it, it's from kindergarten to senior in high school. Brainstorming gets the kids thinking, and they come up with ideas, some ideas that they would like to do. You just gotta listen to them. Now on to our 3 tips. Our first tip, build a relationship with your kids. And I say kids, I mean students, but I always say kids because I feel like the students I have in my classroom are my kids. And you need to look at it like that. How do you want your kids to learn? How would you want your kids to be treated? How do you want your kids to act in your class? Because they're your kids. So they're my kids, so I call them kids instead of students. So sometimes I'll say students, you'll hear that, but then most of the time I'll say kids. Okay, my kids, I want them to know that I love them. I want to care for them. If they know that you like them, if they know that they're important to you, if they know that you're not just here for a job, you're not just here for a paycheck, which anybody that teaches know you can't just be in it for a paycheck. But that being said, you gotta love your kids. Make sure they understand that when they leave your classroom door, you don't forget about them. A lot of times this means going to their ball games. It's not gonna hurt you to go to 1 or 2 basketball games a year, or show up at a football game, or tell them that you watched it on the YouTube channel from your school and how you saw them make that catch in the game and they did great, or you heard that they got to start in the baseball game this week and they've never got to start before, or that you heard that in FFA that they showed a cow at the fair or whatever and they did good. Connect with all your kids, all of them. That means the one that doesn't talk much, the one that sits at the back of the room, puts his head in the book. What kind of books are you reading? You can at least walk by and say, hey, I like that book, or I saw you reading that book the other day, so I went home and got it. Or I took a trip to so-and-so. I took a trip to Disney World, and I knew you said that you really liked Snow White. I got you the Snow White pen. You know, little stuff that lets them know that you care about them. It does go a long way with kids, especially kids that don't have that at home. You may be their person. Keep that in your mind. You may be their person. You might change their life. So let them know you love them. Number 2 of my tips. Keep your content. You know how we have that statewide content. Everybody knows what you have to teach, but how you get there is your business, right? So don't keep it so heavy. Like if ours is history, let's take for example, which mine is not. I'll come right out and say it. I'm family consumer science. But my husband's a history teacher, and my son took enough history in college to know a little bit about history. War, famine, sickness, death, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. And you have to break that down. You can't just war. Well, kids are going to want to come to class every day and hear so-and-so, millions of people died for this or that, or so-and-so assassinated somebody. You have to teach it. You have to teach that content, but you don't have to teach all at once. Break it up. Or talk about Napoleon and talk about his strategies. You don't have to clump all the bad stuff together. Now you talk about it. You talk about the bad stuff, but how you give it, that's your approach. Work on that. Just say, how can I give this to make it not so dreary? What project can I add to it that makes the kids want to learn more about this topic, but not just sit in front of me and hear me talk all day, because nobody wants that. Tip number 3, our classroom setup. I will say this from the beginning. I am not what you call a set up the classroom perfect kind of person. Like a Pinterest classroom. I wish I was. That's not me. But I also don't want it to look like you come out cell block B into your classroom. You need stuff up. You need posters on the wall. You need to not have your desk arranged like just military style. What can you do? What can you do as a teacher? You can take $20 and go to the Dollar Tree and get a $1 tablecloth for this wall, and I'm gonna put up a poster here, little fans or little things to hang from the ceiling from the Dollar Tree, whatever. Little things that add color and life to your classroom. All else fails, get a fake ficus tree to put in the corner, and that will help some. Do little things that you can do. Think about this. You're here all day. Your kids are here all day. Do you want them just to look at a concrete wall all day? No, they don't want to look at that. Why would they want to go to that? You're inviting your kids in for that. Your setup of your classroom is very important. Even if it's not perfect, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just put a little thought into it. What can I do? The best thing to do is over your summer before school starts, do some research. I'm not saying do all Pinterest ideas, but you can like take little things from here or there. Come up with a color scheme. Maybe a theme of your classroom that you change like 3 times a year. Maybe you teach 3rd grade and they're really into Minecraft. So you're gonna have one wall that's gonna be the Minecraft wall with different color blocks and words on it that maybe a word wall related to Minecraft that your kids need to know. Maybe you want to switch that in wintertime. Maybe you want to have like snowflakes and igloos and penguins. That's easy to do. And you come up with words like with science that will go with your theme and put them by it. You can make your whole room a word wall. Little bitty things around there. High school. I know a lot of times in high school, now it gets harder to think of things to excite your kids about. They like so much. They even like the basic stuff. Let's talk about the must-haves that I have for today's episode. My first one is going to be a doorbell. Now I know you've probably seen it to where it's a little doorbell and it's got a plug-in that goes in the wall and you can carry it around or put on your lanyard and hit the button and it makes a chime. And you might do that like for instance, like to clean up your activities, maybe to get everybody back on task, or starting this now, something like that. But that little doorbell makes a huge difference. Something else that you may have a little fun, little something in your classroom is one of these little light boards where you can change the letters in it. For it could be a topic you're covering, it could be an activity, anything like that. These are super cute. Something else that I always said, if I have a YouTube channel or can promote anything I would want to promote, my favorite thing ever as a teacher, this is gonna be crazy, but these gigantic Post-it notes. Love them. If you're absent and you need to leave your plans for the substitute teacher and you want to go into more details, you can make these big sticky notes and stick them like on your whiteboard or on your wall or wherever for every class and give them detailed instructions, and they're there. They can't say they didn't see them. They can't say, you know, well, I don't know, go over the instructions again. You may get asked 10 times a class period to go over the instructions again. This will save your sanity, trust me. You just hang these up. You can leave them up. You can put them on the side wall. I've got like a couple of doors in my classroom that are like to closets and things, so I'll post those over there to that side of the room. That way they don't interfere with our learning or whatever we learned today. That may have even happened last week, but I've got it up there in case somebody was absent, just in case they didn't do their work. Something happened. Something always happens, so you'll have that. Love those. Those are amazing. The last thing, I know if you're a teacher, your blood may bleed this, but I never got on the train for these until recently. Flare pens. Love flare pens. Love them. At first I started off with just the basics, you know, the red and the blue and the black, you know, the basics. Then you need a little purple, a little green. No, sister, look. They got hot pink. I'm really not a pinky girl. Love this pen. All these colors are really cool. The orange, oh my gosh, it's life. Love it. But flare pens and the Post-it notes, my top two. Who knew? If you enjoyed today, or if you have anything you want me to talk about in the future, any kind of must-haves you want me to include, just drop it down in the comment. Follow, share, like this video. Thank you guys so much. I hope you had fun. I hope to bring this again to you again soon. Thanks guys. Bye.